Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we are actually going to do a new rank up. Now we have quite a few options to rank and I was struggling with a choice for the longest time, and I do have quite a lot of rank up resources to use, and I already started to have some in overflow, so I basically need to get going with ranking up some champions. And while I was struggling to decide for more champions to rank up, but I think I have just reached a conclusion for one of them, and that will be Guillotine 2099, or as we also can say, Morningstar in disguise, the bold Morningstar, I don't know. Reason why I want to rank her up because she's quite unique, and the fact that she doesn't ever crit unless we kind of choose her to do so is, in my opinion, becoming more and more important, because even in Act 6 you could see not only spiked armor stuff but quite a bit of other stuff to do with critical hits. Like there was a node where opponents gain power whenever you crit and things like that, and that is kind of a small nuanced thing that tipped me over in favor of this rank up. Because the ramp up champions, man, we have ramp up champions, damage champions, we have damage champions, robots, we have different robots, and obviously there are quite a bit of useful aspects of her, but at the same time I extremely dislike that requirement of hers to forcefully kind of like make you finish with a level 3, and that means that in the fights where she would finish before reaching level 3, she's not really kind of like viable in a sense, and there are definitely drawbacks to her, but at the same time I think she will offer quite a bit of benefits. And now that when I was thinking about ranking up champions, like Domino was one of the possible options, which I still might change my mind on that, but the more I was thinking about it, I couldn't really justify Domino's rank up because I didn't see a single piece of content or a single lane, if you will, in let's say 6.2 or 6.3, but I would particularly need Domino where I didn't have champions that do the stuff that she does. I hope this somehow makes sense to you guys, and that is like what I was thinking like through, because when I was looking back at the content, and I was perfectly fine with not having Domino ranked, because if you want Domino, then you have to bring in her synergy partners typically, and that means I wouldn't be able to use the other champions that I rely on. And I'm not trying to diss on Domino or anything like that. I still think she's a fantastic rank 5 champion, especially if you get to rank her up early. But since I haven't ranked her up for such a long amount of time, and I already have that many different champions ranked, I just don't really see what additional benefit she would give to my roster. But when I think about Guillotine 2099, I can see some of that stuff. I can see the fact that she's a champion that doesn't crit, so with that she's going to be able to bypass some of the stuff. Also, those armor buffs is another good counter for Havoc in case that is what's necessary. There is some sustainability with that heal. There is some utilities and some insane damage output, and obviously everybody's also riding quite a large amount of hopes of Abyss of Legends on this champion, just because with how incredibly hard and potent she might be able to work through the fights. So that is definitely kind of like an extra motivator as well. And yeah, so I decided that I will rank her up. She has quite a bit of little small bits that do come together and complement that huge damage that she is capable of putting out. And that is more or less the reason why I chose Guillotine. Now, just because I ranked up Guillotine doesn't mean I will not obviously rank up some of the other champions, because we still do have a bunch of catalysts. So we did have 3 TFIBs in overflow, plus I'm about to form another one. So now we have another, so we have like 9 TFIBs left, and I am about to form another one at some point this week, and then IQ rewards, and I'm probably gonna be back up to man, TFIBs are quite hard to get rid of these days. Anyway, so I have selected the synergy team for Guillotine, which mainly kind of, the main thing there is the Quake and Nick Fury, which hopefully is going to help me not get hit, I suppose you could say. And here we're gonna trigger both of the pre-fight abilities, you might as well. Obviously this fight is gonna last longer than 100 hits either way, but this is the first fight I ever do with a rank 5 5-star Guillotine 2099. And now that we will get this one done, after this fight, I will go and fight also Old Man Logan to kind of see the difference of that 100 starting combo. Kind of wish Guillotine was a 6-star, but hey, he can't have everything. Drop that heavy attack. Now I can get cheeky crit thing going on, because all the hits are going to be crits. And basically our goal at this point is just to not lose our combo. Because obviously we're not going to be anywhere close in finishing this fight off soon. So I just need to do our best not to get hit and not lose our combo. Rely on those away charges if we must as well. So far the damage definitely does not seem impressive, but obviously that is not where we are yet at this point. We do want to be over 100 hit combo to see some real damage, because this is just kind of like a startup thing, build up thing. And the real fun comes later. But we're nearly there though. We have also, because of that multi-hit level 2, that definitely helps quite a bit. We're already at 96 hits. We have reached 100, so we have lifesteal enabled as well. That should help us to kind of like maintain a healthy amount of hit points. The lifesteal isn't the biggest, but it's definitely kind of potent enough to mitigate the recoil at the very least. Bit of an itchy nose. Let's bet out at level 1. One thing that I do like with Guillotine 2099 though, is that there doesn't seem to be any rush or urgency like it is with many of the newer champions these days. Like, quite often with the champion designs recently, you seem that you're kind of rushed to do certain things in certain amount of time, like to refresh a Fury, so you need to get to like a certain special attack in order to be able to refresh it, otherwise you kind of like have to start all over, or you need to, I don't know, knock opponents down before some debuffs expire and things like that. With Guillotine it's quite not the case. You can take your time, you can kind of like refocus yourself. It's not like you're late for a train. It's more like you have a time and you know it, and you just need to kind of finish it off. Anyways, now at this point we're already starting to deal some better damage. Every hit we do now deals 4,000 something additional amount of damage, which I would say is respectable. The only worry and the biggest thing I dislike about Guillotine is that time when you kind of have to realize that you don't have another level 2 in your chamber and you need to start saving for a level 3. And for whatever reason, I just find the whole idea and concept kind of fairly uncomfortable, because it's so easy to get carried away, drop an extra level 2 and then realize you're not going to be able to get to your level 3 before it's time to finish out the fight. And I wish there was some other way for you to retain that 100 combo. They could have said it like finish with a heavy attack or something and still kind of retain that combo. Unfortunately, just that level 3 is kind of fairly big deal. It's not level 1, it's not level 2, it's the most expensive, difficult to reach kind of like furthest special attack. Hope it would, like, if it would have been any special attack, for the kill or a heavy attack or something. Like at this point, I probably still had a level 2 in me, but I just didn't want to risk it. Like if I dropped another level 2, who knows whether I would make it back up to a level 3. Because at this point we're already shedding some really good damage, 10k extra damage per hit pretty much. I hope that 2% is good enough, because there's still that 50k limit. So if we do the math, I think this should kill him. 2%, right? Should be good enough. Yeah, it's fine. He's dead. So we did the first fight. Now we're gonna go in already with a 100 hit combo, and gonna see how long it's gonna take against that old man Logan with a class advantage. So this is 308 hits, which is not bad in itself at all. There are definitely champions that do take more than 300 hits, even at rank 5. And now we are going to activate it. No, we're not going to heal. That's not needed. We're just going to activate both of the pre-fight abilities, because why not? I don't expect to need those charges for much. And we're going to go in against the old man Logan now. Now, old man Logan does not have his updated abilities here. It's an important thing to note. Quake Synergy kind of saved us. I mean, not kind of, definitely saved us. We have only one charge left. But at the same point, on this fight, I also don't need to worry about maintaining my 100 hit combo, man. So that feels good. I mean, getting to level 3, I mean. We can just spam our level 1s, level 2s, however we feel like it. And it will all be good. Yeah, let's go. Man, that away nearly got me again. Last charge and Quake Synergy did. Man, he awaits like... It was supposed to be like 1% away, dude. 1% away. Kabam statistics. A bit dodgy, but hey. I like how for this company any percentages always seem to be open for interpretation. Either way, let's carry on. So that was another away, right? We're 68 hits in, and how many aways has it been? It's a wonder I still haven't lost my combo in this fight, to be honest. Okay, so there's some damage coming. Good. Okay, let's go. It's quite easy also, yeah, to remain relatively healthy, even though we have made some mistakes, taken some hits in the block and stuff like that. Still tapping around that 70% mark, which isn't bad. Nah, that old man Logan is being a bit stubborn. So I wanted, in this case, land 3 hits and then go into level 2. And then all of that crits, which is wonderful. Definitely a sight to behold. And at this point we're dealing like 7k plus additional damage. Whoa, that was a close one. Yeah, man, at this point, we're doing some really solid damage. So that is like 195 hits, but we need to keep in mind that those level 2s are multiple hits, so realistically that hit counter is inflated. And man, it does feel good, man. Like, it definitely does play quite good. I think I'm gonna have quite a lot of fun with this champion. And yeah, so do let me know, guys, what do you think about my latest rank up? Is it a good choice? Is it a bad choice? Do you like it? Any particular fights and matchups you would like to see me use Guillotine in? But other than that, that will do for today's video, and I definitely thank you for watching it. See ya.